Are Midrash Aggadah stories historically true? Imagine sitting around a campfire listening to stories that seem to come from a different time, full of wisdom and lessons. Now, think about how these stories connect to the Bible and Jewish tradition. That's what Midrash Aggadah is all about. It's a collection of stories, explanations, and teachings that expand on biblical characters and events. But here's the key point. These stories are not meant to be strict history books. They are interpretive tools that help us understand the deeper meaning of Scripture. Midrash Aggadah developed over many centuries, especially between 2000 and 1000 years ago. The rabbis who created these stories wanted to make the Bible relevant to their communities. They used storytelling, symbolism, and imagination to explain difficult ideas or moral lessons. Sometimes, these stories include legendary or allegorical elements, which means they use symbols or imaginative details rather than facts. Some stories might reflect real memories of ancient times, but many are shaped by the rabbis' desire to teach spiritual truths or ethical lessons. They didn't always try to separate fact from fiction. Instead, they saw the stories as a way to bring the Bible to life and make its messages meaningful across generations. When we study Midrash Aggadah, we focus on understanding what the stories teach us about values, morals, and faith. They help us see the Bible as a living text that speaks to our lives today. These stories encourage us to think critically and connect ancient teachings to modern questions. They also show how Jewish tradition is a dynamic conversation between the text, the community, and the ongoing search for meaning. So, are these stories historically true in the way we think of history today? Not exactly. They are not always factual accounts like a history book. Instead, they are interpretive narratives created to deepen our connection to the Bible and to share important spiritual and ethical lessons. This approach is central to Torah study methods, where the goal is to uncover layers of meaning and apply them to life. In the end, understanding Midrash Aggadah as interpretive stories helps us appreciate their purpose. They are meant to inspire reflection, teach morals, and keep the biblical tradition alive. They are part of a rich tradition of exploring and explaining Scripture, not a record of historical events. This perspective helps us see the stories for what they truly are, powerful tools for teaching and connection within Jewish life and learning.